Hi, my name is Andrew. Thank you for visiting my YouTube channel. Today, this video is about the 7 questions angel investors will ask you about your startup. Today I'm going to share some insight on what angel investors want to know when meeting entrepreneurs who are looking to raise capital for their startup. If you've watched my previous videos, you know that you can click my Fiverr link below and that will take you to my Fiverr profile, where you can see investor databases for venture capital, private equity, and angel investors. Are you looking to raise startup capital for your business? My databases include the USA, Canada, UK and Europe, the Middle East, China, Asia Pacific, and more. So let's just start off with the major question: what is an angel investor? An angel investor is likely to want to invest in the early stages of a business. They tend to be entrepreneurs themselves, and they give expertise and knowledge on how to start a business and keep it running. They're also at the lower end of the investment cycle. For example, typical angel investors deploy 100,000 to 200,000 US dollars on a single investment. So they're probably going to be one of the first partners you're going to bring into your project. So let's get to the questions. What problem are you solving? Is it really a problem that exists in the world today? How can it be solved? How big is the problem? And how big can the solution be? So this is the main first question is, if you're going to be approaching an angel investor, one of the key things is, what problem are you solving in the world today? Now, it doesn't necessarily mean to be the whole world. It might be just your own world. It might be your own city, your own state, your own province, depending on where you're from. But that's a key question that a angel investor is going to want to ask. Number 2, what is your solution? So very much in hand with the first question, the angel investor will want to know that the solution is viable and solves the problem. The company's solution is the most important criteria for an angel investor. In addition, the angel investor will want to know that it will capture the market share in their particular industry or niche as a result of this initiative. So again, the real key thing is identifying a problem and then identifying the solution. Number 3, is there a large enough market for your product or service now? And I think the key word in that sentence is now. No matter how unique or innovative an idea is, the angel investor will not be interested unless there is a large enough commercial potential to the business. Another aspect of the question is whether the market exists now or if it is a future need that may be too far away to make the opportunity viable. They will want to see that you've done a significant amount of research to justify that your idea has commercial value. Now, to put this in perspective, when mobile phones first came out in the 90s, and let's say that you had a great idea for a mobile app. Well, one of the main problems is it may have been a great idea, but the future was way too far down the line for any investor to take a look at it. 4, is the idea large enough or groundbreaking to have a large-scale impact within the industry? In other words, large-scale impact could mean an idea worthy of improving the lives of millions of people. Now that's at the very high end of the scale. Some angel investors would certainly be interested in products or services that help a smaller amount of people. For example, there are some niches where the entire target market or the industry may only be 1 million people. Therefore, if you could improve even 20% or 30% of them, then that would be a very viable product. So it really depends on what industry or niche that you're in. 5, now what industry or sector is your company in? Since most angel investors invest on their own, they often want to align their opportunities with industries they are in or have deep knowledge or interest in. This is why doing research on an angel investor is important to determine if there is a connection with your business and their interests. Many of my investor databases do have descriptions where you can actually do a fair bit of searching on what industry and sector they're in, so that's something to keep in mind. And obviously angel investors, a lot of them prefer to be contacted by LinkedIn. So right off the bat, you have an opportunity to invest what their interests are. Number 6, who is on your management team? This is very important. Angel investors want to know what experience the team has both in the industry and their prior experience in starting companies. Be factual and expect an angel investor to do their own research on your claims. Now this is important because the angel investor is going to want to be sure that you have the tenacity to go from start to finish with your business plans. Showing your past history in building startups will help you gain confidence with the angel investor. Remember that the angel investor is making a bet on you that their money will be returned with a profit. And 7, very important, what are your deal terms and exit plans? The angel investor will want to know what your plans are once you have received the funds and what your 3 to 5 year plan is. For example, do you plan to exit or go public in the future? Now this is important as the angel investor will also have their own risk profile that they factor into every evaluation. So think of it this way. There are some investors in the stock market who are in for short term. They might want to invest they might be day traders, they might be swing traders, they might be looking at the market from a 1 month perspective. And then there are some that are looking 5 years, 10 years, 20 years down the road. So that is very much the same way when you're approaching an angel investor. It doesn't really matter what your plans are, but you should have that written down in your business plan and definitely in your pitch deck. Now if you work on making sure you have the answers to these 7 questions, it will greatly enhance your chances of getting shortlisted by angel investors and getting the funds you need. This is a slide I've had in previous presentations, and it just gives you an idea how much time either a venture capital investor or an angel investor takes in looking at a pitch deck. Some venture capital and private equity and angel investors get hundreds, yes hundreds of pitch decks a day. And on average in 2022 so far, the ones that are successful, they get viewed for about 2 minutes and 46 seconds. That's a very short amount of time to get your message across. But remember, the angel investors and venture capital investors, they know what they're looking for. You're never going to slide anything past them that is going to sort of change the fact that they know when they look at your pitch deck. And if you include the answers to those 7 questions that we reviewed, that's really going to help your case, because that's what they're looking for. They don't necessarily want to have to dig for it. If they're looking through 100 pitch decks, they don't want to have to go back to a client who maybe has a really good idea, but 3 or 4 of those questions aren't clearly answered. So that's something to keep in mind. Visit my Fiverr profile to get more information on my startup toolkit that includes investor databases, pitch deck templates, business plan templates, sample emails to venture capitalists, business plan, financial spreadsheets, and more fundraising advice. This is a screenshot of some of the investor databases I have, and you can see I have Asia Pacific, Australia, Canada, China, Israel, the Middle East, Singapore, UK and Europe, the USA, and other niche databases, including some corporate databases for corporate and institutional clients. You can check my Fiverr profile for more of those. Please be sure to click my Fiverr link below, and that will take you to my Fiverr profile, where you can see more information on this database and other investor databases that I've worked on. It will also allow you to view the reviews that my clients have left for me. Thank you very much for watching.